Roger, thank you very much for your nice introduction, ladies, gentlemen. It's a pleasure being here again. I don't know, Roger, how many times we did it together? A couple, yeah. And I remember the policy here, 3 slides only, and I try my best just to finish this presentation in 3. And now the roller mill to be explained in 3 slides, okay, it's impossible, we know. So I try to give you some basic ideas. And then afterwards, if you have any questions, come to our booth, or tomorrow is another presentation on the roller mill here in the technical seminar. So there I will talk a little bit longer, 45 minutes on this topic. So please feel free to join. So roller mills today, basically we resell them for pig feed and for layer feeds mainly. Some are also used for the broiler feed, but mainly as pig feed and layer feed. So now, many have hammer mills, not so many have roller mills. So why are more and more people installing the roller mills? The roller mill compared to a hammer mill gives a more narrow particle size spectrum. You can see here 3 lines, 3 graphs on this drawing. 2 of them are roller mills and 1 is hammer mill. The red one is the hammer mill, that's the reference, is wheat, ground with a 4mm screen. And the blue ones is wheat with a 0.5mm gap. So what you can see is that the number of particles smaller, 0.5mm, with a roller mill by far is much smaller compared to the hammer mill. So you may tweak your hammer mill a little bit to reduce this amount of fines, but you will not reach these levels as you can achieve with a roller mill. So we produce a very little amount of fines with a roller mill. And on the other hand, when we see also the coarse particles here, so here we can basically achieve 99, 80, 98% smaller, 2.8mm. So, and that's very interesting for animal feeding when you consider the particle size as important. So, and the same applies now, the green curve here, that's maize. It follows basically the roller mill curve of the wheat when you process it also on the roller mill. So when we now produce feeds with a roller mill, then we see, for example, here for the layer, we want to have 95% smaller, 3 to 4mm. So that's what we can do with a large-scale roller mill, achieve capacities up to 50 tons. For broiler, we would go a little bit finer. And on the pig feed, we want to have 95% smaller, 1.5 and 2mm. So here the capacity, because of the smaller particle size, then it's maybe 35 up to 40 tons per hour. So and you can see also on these 2 curves now that the amount of fines, smaller 0.5mm, is very small. And again, that's a crucial advantage, and that's why there's a big demand still for roller mills in the European markets. And we also see the increase here in Asia for roller mills. Mainly it is brought by big Dutch companies into the region here, to Vietnam, to Indonesia. So people are more and more installing these technologies in the region. Hammer mills and roller mills, there's also some technical differences in the operation. So a hammer mill is a beating system, where a roller mill is a cutting system. So, and this reflects also advantages in the energy consumption. Now to give you an advantage, the roller mill, basically you can run at 2 kWh per ton and a little bit less. Whereas hammer mills, we take now here 7 kWh as a reference. So, and you quickly, when you save 5 kWh per ton of operation, depending on your energy costs now, in Europe energy is very high at the moment, so you can easily have 200,000 for a typical installation, save just 200,000 euro US dollar on energy cost when you install a roller mill compared to a hammer mill. So the next is the roller mill. Most of the plants install roller mills and hammer mills parallel to have full grinding options. So you can also do, for example, a stage grinding where you combine the advantages of a roller mill with a hammer mill, and then there's still a significant energy saving, not the 200,000 as we saw before, drops by 35% maybe, and then you have a saving of 120,000 on the electricity cost. So and today, with the rising energy costs, with the CO2 footprint that we all have to be aware of, I think a roller mill gives a very, very fantastic option for energy saving in the feed mill. Thank you very much for your attention.